Our friend Gina Downs is back. She's the Vice President of Senior Connection. And today, we're talking about a very real problem known as polypharmacy. I had never heard that word.
Yes, it is unfamiliar to most people, but a very common thing that happens.
Okay, so explain what polypharmacy is.
Well, basically, the layman's terms are it's when you have too many drugs that are interacting, or if you're just taking too many drugs, or maybe the wrong drugs for your conditions, and it's their interactions that define polypharmacy.
Well, and the truth is, a lot of people are on a lot of medication, which gets changed when you go to the hospital from what you had before. So what do we do?
Well, the good thing is to talk to the pharmacist. Talk to the doctor and the pharmacist. I actually called one of our clients who is a retired pharmacist to make sure that I would have the most accurate information. And he said that doctors learn the anatomy of the medication, what it's supposed to do to the body, but pharmacists learn how it interacts with other medications. So it's really a partnership between the doctor and the pharmacist to find the right medicines to help with the conditions, because it oftentimes could be the fillers in the medication that's causing the problem.
What's a filler?
Well, it's they have the active ingredients, the formula of the medication that is designed to do what it's intended to. So if I have high cholesterol and I need to take a cholesterol medication, but they have binders and fillers that are used in salts. They use salt to fill it, or sugars, or what have you, that bind all the ingredients together. Well, because there is extra salt in that cholesterol medicine, for example, well, that could potentially now give me high blood pressure. So then I go on a high blood pressure medicine to help regulate that, when the problem originally is from this particular medication. And if my pharmacist and doctor work together, maybe I can get off of my high blood pressure medicine and find another alternative for the cholesterol that will keep my cholesterol at the appropriate levels and not give me high blood pressure.
But that's so overwhelming.
It is.
I mean, what you just said, most people are not going to ask those questions.
Yeah.
If your doctor prescribed it, it must be okay. And you go to the pharmacy and get all 18 of them filled.
Yes.
Well, so what are we suggesting here?
Well, when you're picking up your prescriptions and the pharmacist asks you, do you have any questions about your medications? Do you understand how to take it? That's when they are asking you, do you want to know about these interactions?
Maybe they should say that to you instead of, do you have any questions? Do you know how these interact?
That's it, and that's what I asked the pharmacist. Can they say that? And they don't really explain it that way, but that's what they're asking you. So what you need to do when you pick up your medication is say, how are my drugs interacting? Are there drug interactions? Do I need to talk to my doctor about it? And then the pharmacist and the doctor can connect to talk about those things. Now, the other problem can come if you're filling prescriptions at multiple pharmacies, because CVS, for example, can only see the prescriptions that you're filling there.
Through their company, or Walgreens is theirs,
through their
or
system in Walgreens. So if you're shopping around to find the best deal, that's great, but you need to let your pharmacist know, okay, I'm taking this medication from here, I'm taking this medication from here, because then they can get the full scope of the picture on how the interactions are working together.
Well, Gina, it just sounds like if you're taking more than 2 medications, you need to ask that question.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, if
whatever
you're having,
it may be.
Absolutely. If you are taking more than one medication, there is potential for interactions. And it's not just prescribed medication. Your over-the-counter medication could be affecting it, or the things that you're eating. This doesn't apply to my clientele, the seniors, but if you've ever taken birth control, the pill, the old wives' tale was if you ate grapefruit or anything citric that had citric acid in it, it could counteract the medication. That is true. And so it's a medication that doesn't apply to my generation or my clientele, but it's the same concept. It could be your other medications, or it could be the foods that you're intaking that are creating interactions with your medications, or just they are interacting together.
So are you sharing, when your clients are calling and asking about other things, is that part of what the service you provide is? Let me just give you this advice also about your medication.
Yes, when we're looking at those medications, especially when we have multiple medications, we encourage people to talk to their doctors, because we are not doctors, we're not pharmacists, so we can't give that kind of information, but we can most certainly, direct them to talk to their pharmacist and ask the questions, because when you have lists, drug lists that are 10 to 25 medications, I mean, that's got to be awful on your stomach, on your body. I don't understand how it's healthy for anybody. So
Right.
ask questions to the
Ask
pharmacist.
questions. Thank you, Gina, for
You're
great
welcome.
information, as always.
Yes, it's confusing, but
It is, but that's why we turn to you.
absolutely.
We'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.
This portion of Lifestyles is sponsored by Senior Connection.